Picture this. It's Saturday morning. Your favorite song is on the radio. You're sitting on your bed, surrounded by teen magazines, mood rings, and your trusty trapper keeper. Life was simpler then. Welcome to a nostalgic ride through the 1970s, where we're talking about the things every 70s girl did that are now gone. This video is about those unforgettable everyday moments, from what we wore to how we spent our weekends. We'll cover 20 things that defined girlhood in the 70s. If you grew up during that groovy era, get ready for some memories. And if you didn't, well, here's a fun peek into what you missed. 1. Using trapper keepers. If you were a 70s girl, your school supplies weren't complete without a trapper keeper. These colorful binders were meant to organize your papers, but quickly became a style statement. Velcro flaps, plastic covers with vibrant designs, from rainbows to kittens. Those sliding folders made homework just a little more fun. The satisfying rip of Velcro every time you opened it? Iconic. And they weren't just for schoolwork. You'd fill them with doodles, stickers, and secret notes passed between friends. Sure, kids still use binders now, but they don't have the same personality as a 70s trapper keeper. It was about more than just keeping papers in check. It was a way to show off your style. 2. Using Mary Quant makeup. Before Instagram beauty trends, Mary Quant was the queen of makeup. Girls in the 70s adored her bold, colorful products, bright eyeshadows, chunky mascara, lipsticks that popped. Mary Quant was a whole vibe. The sleek packaging made you feel grown up just owning it. Applying that electric glitter shadow or rolling on thick mascara? A total rite of passage. It might have been a little too daring for school, but that never stopped anyone from experimenting at sleepovers. Mary Quant makeup still exists, but it's rare. Back then, it felt like every girl had a compact or lipstick tucked inside her purse. 3. Wearing hair ties with plastic balls. If you ever got smacked on the wrist by one of these, you definitely remember them. Hair ties with plastic balls, sometimes called baubles, were a go-to for ponytails in the 70s. They came in every color: clear, sparkly, neon. You'd wrap them around your hair, then twist the two balls together to lock it in. Simple, right? Except when they snapped back and left a little sting. Still, they made even a basic ponytail look polished, and it was always fun to swap colors with friends. Compared to today's scrunchies, these were a totally different experience, and honestly, kind of fun. 4. Reading Judy Blume books. Her books were a 70s girl's guide to growing up. From Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, to Blubber. Her stories felt like secret conversations. She talked about things adults didn't always explain: crushes, friendships, body changes, and the awkwardness of becoming a teen. Reading her books under the covers with a flashlight? A total rite of passage. Those titles are still around today, but they hit different back then. There were no phones, no distractions, just you, the book, and hours of pure escape. 5. Wearing mood rings. Mood rings were the ultimate 70s accessory. One minute they were blue for calm, the next green for happiness. Whether they actually worked, that's debatable. But that didn't stop anyone from checking theirs every 5 minutes. The color-changing stone was mesmerizing. And let's be honest, half the fun was pretending you knew exactly what each shade meant. Mood rings were cheap, fun, and gave every outfit a little hint of magic. 6. Roller disco. Few things scream 70s like roller disco. Girls would lace up their skates, throw on their glittery outfits, and hit the roller rink, where disco balls spun and Bee Gees tracks blasted from the speakers. Whether it was for birthday parties or just a Saturday hangout, roller discos were where friendships formed and crushes began. Balancing on 4 wheels while trying to look cool wasn't easy, but that was part of the fun. Back then, it felt like every girl knew how to skate backward or do a twirl without falling. And if skating wasn't your thing, you might have spent your free time crafting. 7. Making crafts. If you had wall hangings or plant holders made of knotted yarn in your room, chances are you made them yourself. Macrame was huge in the 70s, and girls loved spending hours tying designs by hand. It wasn't just about the decoration, it was about patience, creativity, and showing off your skills. From belts to purses, macrame added a handmade touch to everything, and it seemed like every home had at least one piece hanging on the wall, made by someone in the family. These days, macrame is making a small comeback, but nothing compares to doing it the first time around. 8. Playing double dutch. You couldn't walk past a schoolyard in the 70s without hearing the slap, slap, slap of two jump ropes hitting pavement. That meant one thing: double dutch. Girls would practice for hours, mastering tricky jump sequences and chanting rhymes as they played. Getting your timing just right to jump in was a thrill, and the sense of accomplishment when you nailed a long run, totally unbeatable. Double dutch brought everyone together. Whether you were jumping or turning, it was all about rhythm, focus, and fun. 9. Wearing gunny sacks dresses. Gunny sacks dresses were like stepping into a fairy tale. Puffy sleeves, lace trim, ribbon ties, and delicate floral prints made them feel romantic and magical. They were the go-to for school dances, birthday parties, or just dressing up to feel elegant. These prairie-style dresses made you feel like you belonged in a storybook. Unlike today's fast fashion, gunny sacks dresses were treasured. You saved up for them, you wore them to special occasions. They're collector's items now, but back in the 70s, every stylish girl had at least one hanging in her closet. 10. Wearing toe socks. Yes, toe socks. Those brightly colored socks with individual spaces for each toe. Girls in the 70s loved them for their fun patterns and quirky vibes. They were like gloves for your feet. It might have felt a little weird at first, but once you got used to them, super comfy. And showing them off was half the fun. Toe socks were especially popular at sleepovers, where everyone would compare colors and styles. 11. Using princess phones. Before smartphones, there was the princess phone. Slim, curvy, and pastel-colored, it was the ultimate bedroom accessory for any 70s girl. Whether it was long gossip sessions or waiting by the phone for a call, the princess phone was where so many important conversations happened. The coiled cord stretched across the room, and that satisfying click when you hung up? Unforgettable. There was something magical about dialing each number by hand and hearing the ringtone echo down the line. 12. Wearing knee-high socks with short skirts. It was a signature 70s look. Knee-high socks paired with short skirts, plaid patterns, solid colors, even stripes. Knee-highs added a playful, schoolgirl edge to any outfit. You'd mix and match colors, throw on some platform shoes, and suddenly, you were ready to turn heads. Fashion still borrows from this look today, but nothing beats the original 70s version. 13. Wearing white painter shorts. White painter shorts were everywhere in the 70s. High-waisted, roomy, with big pockets and loop details, they were casual and cool all at once. They paired perfectly with everything from tucked-in tees to roller skates and side ponytails. And yes, while they were originally made for painters, 70s girls wore them for the vibe, whether or not they picked up a paintbrush. These shorts ruled summer wardrobes, and everyone had a favorite pair. 14. Wearing hot pants. Hot pants were super short shorts, often in bold colors or shiny fabrics, and they made a serious fashion statement. Not every mom approved, which of course made them even more appealing. Paired with knee-high boots or a crop top, hot pants were a look straight out of a 70s fashion magazine. They symbolized confidence, fun, and just the right amount of rebellion. 15. Wearing frosted lipstick. No 70s makeup kit was complete without frosted lipstick. Pale pinks, icy lilacs, even shimmering silvers, frosted lips were totally in. The way they caught the light made every girl feel glamorous. Whether you were heading to school or going to a party, a swipe of frosted lipstick was an instant confidence boost. These days, makeup trends may lean matte or glossy, but that cool frosty finish will always be a beauty classic. 16. Wearing Dr. Scholl's clogs. Click-clack, click-clack. That was the sound of Dr. Scholl's wooden clogs echoing down a school hallway. These sandals had simple leather straps and solid wooden soles, but 70s girls loved them. They weren't super comfy at first, but once you broke them in, they became everyday staples. Worn with jeans, dresses, or shorts, Dr. Scholl's clogs added that perfect laid-back touch to any outfit. 17. Wearing blue eyeshadow. In the 70s, blue eyeshadow was a must. Electric blue, baby blue, shimmering teal, girls layered it on their eyelids with pride. Gen Z might call it over the top now, but back then, it was pure glam. Paired with frosted lips and feathered hair, blue eyeshadow completed the ultimate 70s look. It wasn't subtle, but that was the point. 18. The Farrah Fawcett hairstyle. One word, Farrah. Her feathered, bouncy hair had an entire generation running to the salon. Achieving that perfect flip took serious effort. curling irons, blow dryers, and lots of hairspray. But once you nailed it, you felt unstoppable. Farrah's hair wasn't just a trend, it was a moment. And even today, the iconic look still pops up on red carpets. That's true staying power. 19. Sewing. Many 70s girls learned how to sew, whether it was in home economics class or from mom. From hemming dresses to stitching up Halloween costumes, sewing was more than just a hobby. It was a useful life skill. There was pride in making something with your own hands. Unlike today's fast fashion, sewing your own clothes meant creativity, effort, and care. And some of those handmade pieces, total treasures. 20. Wearing bell-bottoms. We couldn't end this list without bell-bottoms. With wide, flared legs that swished as you walked, they were the ultimate 70s fashion staple. Paired with clogs or platform shoes, bell-bottoms made every girl feel cool and free. They've made comebacks over the years, but nothing beats the original. Back then, bell-bottoms weren't just pants, they were a vibe. And that brings us to the end of our list. 20 unforgettable things every 70s girl did that are now gone. Of course, there are plenty more memories we didn't even touch on, like making and wearing friendship bracelets or taping posters of teen idols to your bedroom walls. So here's our question to you. Did we miss something you remember doing in the 70s? Share it in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories and keep the conversation going. And while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a trip down memory lane. Until next time, thanks for joining us on this journey back to the grooviest decade around.